Hi, I'm Andy Glass with WorkshopAddict.com. Today we're going to check out Makita's 18-volt LXT brushless compact router, model number XTR01Z. Now this is a tool only, it does not come with a battery or a charger. We'll bring you in for a closer look, we'll show you its features, and then we'll cover some specs along the way, as well as some of the accessories that we have here in front of us. To start out, this has an overall length of 5 1/4 inches, and its net weight is 4.6 pounds. We're going to start with the top end, or where the battery is first, and then go down all the way to the base of the unit. Now, this unit runs with the 18-volt LXT battery platform. It has the world's largest 18-volt lineup. It gives you the confidence that you can invest in a battery platform and have the future tools you need to grow and expand. You can also take advantage of Makita's brand new X2 lineup, or their 36-volt tools utilizing the same 18-volt LXT battery. Makita's batteries are flat, so you can use the trim router on the end and it won't fall over, and you can change bits, etc. Next, we'll go down to the power switch. The unit has 2 buttons to turn it on and off. The first button is on the left when you're facing the unit. This button is like an arming button. It allows the right button to function. The right button will turn the unit on or off. This is a 2-stage system for the unit. The 2-button system is like using the electronics to turn the unit on or off, and not an actual mechanical switch. The unit will time out after roughly 10 seconds or so, and it can kind of be a pain in the butt to keep turning it on or off if you're doing a kind of burst work and you're stopping and starting, etc. Next, we'll go to the variable speed dial. This unit has a dial on the right-hand side of the unit when you are facing the power switch. The dial goes from settings 1 to 5, with 1 being the slowest setting and 5 being the highest. The speed unit that this has is 10,000 to 30,000 RPMs. The unit and base is made from aluminum for a rugged build quality and a stout feel to it. When we first opened the box to this unit, it just immediately shouted a pro tool. It was just built very, very well. The movement mechanism to raise or lower the bit is a rack and pinion design. This basically means when you unlock the movement mechanism, you turn a knob, and that allows a gear or a cog to go up and down along a rack of teeth. And that moves the base up or down, which in turn controls your depth of cut. It's very smooth, it has a precision fit, but the biggest issue is there's no micro adjust with this mechanism. That is a huge disadvantage to this unit, and some of the precision work, you need to have the ability to micro adjust the depth of your bit. Now, we reviewed this kind of system as well as some of the accessories, and we came to the conclusion that to obtain a micro adjustment, you need to equip the body of the trim router in a Plunge Base accessory and then use the stop system and turret to get that micro adjust. The locking mechanism is metal and provides a good solid grip on the body and prevents it from slipping and changing the depth of cut that you have set. The grip of the unit has a nice solid large section of rubber overmold to give the user a comfortable place to grab the unit, as well as to keep it from slipping. The dust shroud is made from clear plastic, and it is attached quickly and easily by snapping it in place and then using the threaded knob to secure it. It does a great job of extracting the dust, and it is clear, so it's easy to see through, and with the combination of the dual LEDs that this unit has, it does an excellent job of keeping your work area nicely lit. It's especially nice for inlay or hinge mortise work. Now, when we were testing this unit, we used Makita's dust extractor, and their specific model has an option for their X2 technology, which basically has 2 of their 18-volt LXT batteries, or this unit also has the ability to be plugged into the wall. Now, 60% of the time, we used the cordless function of that dust extractor and ran off the batteries, and then roughly 40% of the time, we plugged it in. Now, instantly we could tell that there was a higher CFM from that dust extractor while it was plugged into the wall, and that was to be expected, but that directly correlates with how well the dust shroud or dust extraction attachments on this unit actually work. So keep that in mind, that obviously the higher CFMs you pull on this unit, the better your dust extraction is going to be. The collet on this unit will accept a 1/4 inch shank bit and has a red push button stop on it. With the clear dust collection shroud in the way, it is easier to simply remove the motor body from the base and change the bit. 2 wrenches do come with the unit if you need a little bit of extra holding power. We did have one bit walk out on us and do a lot of chattering, and this was used with the red push button stop. So we used the 2 wrenches and kind of gave them a little extra hold down power. The base of the unit is a smooth plastic that allows a nice ride on your material. The 4 screws allow the user to make their own oversized base plate if needed. In addition, Makita allows the use of bushings with the base plate, and that feature deserves a heck of a round of applause because that is somewhat of a must when doing some smaller specific type work such as inlays, etc. The edge guide that came with this unit did pretty well. Very simple, very easy to install. It just attaches to the side of the unit with a large black knob that has some ridges on there to get extra grip. I find exiting the material a bit tricky with the large gap in the edge guide. If you don't need the gap, we suggest to put a piece of scrap along the fence so you get a more secure registration. This will definitely pay off in the end of a cut when exiting the material. Makita offers a handful of accessory bases for the trim router unit. We have the Plunge Base here, which is most applicable to what we do here in the shop. The Plunge Base is very well made and thought out. It is comfortable to use with all the controls easily within reach. When holding the unit, your left hand will control the plunge lock. This was a bit of a small criticism we felt that could be improved upon. Initially, we had issues locking the unit as the handle was a bit too small to allow enough leverage to lock the handle and lock the mechanism in place. But we found after some use, we just found that we just needed to push harder on the lever. Maybe a longer handle would help with that. We're not 100% sure. The turret stop and depth stop rods are similar to other normal size routers and are easy to set and control the depth when doing multiple passes on a specific operation. The dust shroud does a great job of collecting the dust, and the combination of the open view angle, the clear plastic shrouds, and the LED, the user can easily see what he or she is doing. We were very impressed with the line of sight view that all these accessories gave us on the bit. We also have the track guide attachment for the Plunge Base. We have not had a chance to use it, but have it installed, and it seems very well built and would perform very well. We'll probably have some social media posts on that specific attachment in the future. Our impressions with this unit is the Makita 18-volt brushless trim router is an excellent unit. It's very well built, it's packed with great features, and it's backed up with a battery platform and a company you surely can get behind. So when you invest in a battery platform, really you got to look at the long term and see what tools and options you have out there for your tool collection growth. And Makita certainly has that with the world's largest 18-volt tool lineup. When we were testing this unit, we pushed it pretty hard. We put in some 1/2-inch bits, hair under 3/4-inch bits, and made some really deep, thick dados and grooves. And this thing would chatter. It definitely was a little bit big, especially on the 1/4-inch shank bits, but it did handle it. It had enough power to do it, backed by that 18-volt LXT battery on there, and it really performed well. We also had some chamfer bits on there, some roundover bits, and some kind of skinnier straight bits to simulate some inlay work. We are really happy with the power, the performance, and a really big factor is visibility. Even on both the standard base as well as the Plunge Base, you had a lot of clear line of sight to the bit. The clear dust shrouds on there you'd think would get in the way or distort your vision, but with the dual LEDs in there, it really keeps it bright. Nice visual and just something that was never a concern with this unit when we are testing it. Compact routers, trim routers, you're going to be doing just that. You're going to be doing flushing work, you're going to be doing edge profiles, maybe small light duty dados and grooves. This Makita unit is not going to have a problem with that at all. Our testing results and are using it absolutely concluded that, and you guys are going to be happy with it. So if you are in the market for a compact router or trim router, especially a cordless version, Makita has just come out with a model that has knocked the market socks off. We certainly can see this trim router being used in a variety of skill levels, from the DIY to the weekend warrior to the intermediate all the way to the professional. Like we said earlier, when we grabbed this unit right out of the box, we instantly knew it was a pro-capable tool, just how well built it was, and having Makita's name behind it, we knew it was going to be a top-notch tool. There's many applications for a trim router, compact router, and if you don't have one in your shop, check them out. The cordless 18-volt systems are just going to be phenomenal for your shop, for your job site, or whatever you do in your woodworking shop or on your job site. I'm Andy Glass with Workshop Addict. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them below. We'd be happy to provide some feedback and answer any questions. We also strongly recommend you follow us on social media as we do tool review updates, project updates, and exclusive social media giveaways. Again, I'm Andy Glass with Workshop Addict. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.